Hi guys, welcome back to the Drive Life channel, and in today's video we're going to be changing the coolant on the S80. So this is a 2009 S80 D5, and yeah, we're going to be showing you how to change the coolant. We'll go through the first things that we need to get together beforehand. So I've got here 4 litres of concentrated coolant. Now the capacity is around 8 litres, hence why you need 4, because you're going to mix it 50-50. We've then got deionised water here, and I've got 25 litres of that just because I thought I'd get a load. It was as cheap as getting less, so better to have too many than too little. It means I can then do a couple of flushes as well of the system, which will show you how to do. I've then just got like a drain bucket, a washing up bowl and a milk bottle just in case I need some more capacity to drain. So yeah, that's pretty much it. We will get straight into it. So the first thing you need to do is make sure your car is cold, because if you do this when it's hot you're going to get burnt. And you want to remove this cap, just so you're aware of what sort of condition and everything. But also when you try and drain the coolant, if that cap's on, because it's a pressurized system, the coolant won't drain. So yeah, let's get straight into it. First, drain the coolant that's currently in the car out. And the way we're going to do this is using the radiator plug underneath, which is in the radiator, believe it or not. It's on the right hand side of the car, and we'll have to climb underneath and I'll show you where it is. That is our radiator plug here. So we're going to turn this and loosen it off, try and get some more light in there. There we go. And that will drain the radiator now, while we place our washing bowl underneath. And the trick is you do not want to get this stuff sort of on the floor or spill it, because it's a bit of an environmental hazard. Oh, there we go. Okay then guys, so we've got the cap off, and as you can see it's draining nicely. We did have a bit of a spillage, so I'm going to clear that up now, but it's quite a challenging thing to get that off. You need to turn it sort of 360 degrees and it will soon allow the fluid out. I probably still haven't done it all the way because it's all running along the bumper, that's why I've got the extra drain pan there. So yeah, we're going to leave that. I don't know how long it's going to take, but we'll see. And then what we'll do is we'll fill it up with deionised water to do a flush. Just basically we'll start the car up, take it for a drive, let it get up to temperature, and flush all of the old coolant out so it comes out nice and clean, because although it's draining out, there'll still be a lot of crap in the radiator that we need to get out, which is why we use the deionised water, which is why it's always best to buy lots of it. So yeah, I'll join you once this is done. We'll pour in the ionised water and yeah, I'll show you how to. Okay then guys, so what we've done now is fill up the car again with our deionised water. As you can see, it was up to the max. It's just sort of slowly soaking through the system. So we're going to drain this in a second, and then we're going to do what's called a hot flush. And no, it's not menopausal, it's actually where you start the engine, get it to warm up, get all the ionised water all the way through, and then we'll drain it again and finally put the last bits of coolant in. So yeah, it's not a bad little process this. It's mainly just time consuming, waiting for it to drain and waiting for it to then heat up again. So yeah, but we'll join you in a second. Okay then guys, so now the car is completely drained, the water coming out is finally clear. So what we're going to do is we're going to add the new coolant. So we've got concentrate coolant over here, which is a Volvo, genuine Volvo stuff. I think it's green in colour, from what I've read on the forums. What we're going to do is we're going to split it 50-50. Let's see if I can find it. There we go, 50-50 just there. And then I haven't worked out how I'm going to quite do that. I think what I'll do is I'll just pour a litre of this in, just pour a jug of that and then fill one of these jugs up with the water, the corresponding amount, and see how we get on that way. But yeah, so it's a fairly simple job from now. All we need to do is make sure that we redo up this radiator plug, which has been loosened up now, so it was much easier the second time. For some reason this phone is not liking, or this camera even is not liking. Yeah, so we're going to do that. So I'll do that quickly and enjoy you guys in a second. So this is actually the next day now, guys. We had some technical issue and I lost the video explaining how we bled the system and sort of the outro. So I just thought I'd go with it now quickly. Obviously I won't show you how to do it because it's already done, but I thought I'd just talk you through the important steps. So the reason we bleed the system is because by flushing everything, we've got air in it now. So there's air in all the water jackets that go around the engines and the pipes and everything like that. So what we need to do is we need to fill these up with coolant and get the air bubbles out. Now the easiest way to do this is to give the air somewhere to escape, and what you need to do is you need to remove the coolant cap like so. Here it's under pressure. I've got a lovely green coolant, probably done 150 miles since I've done this now, so this car gets well used, as you can see. So what we've got now is a place for the coolant to escape from. Now what we need to do is start the engine so that the coolant starts to move around the engine, and what you'll see is a bit of bubbling here as the coolant returns in, but essentially what's happening is the coolant's being forced around and the air is going to be forced out of the system nice and quickly. Also, what you can do to aid the process while the cap's off, you can squeeze the coolant pipes which will pass coolant through, and you can see that when I do that the coolant moves in the reservoir, and it's just another way of squeezing bubble out. It's actually called burping. So this is obviously the exit pipe, and we've got another pipe here as well where you can do it too. Make sure you don't do it too much because you don't want to pull the bloody things off and destroy everything. But yeah, that's really all you need to do, and then once the car gets up to temperature, it takes about 15-20 minutes to do this. Once the car gets up to temperature, the coolant will get all around the engine, and yeah, you're pretty much done. Then what you need to do is just keep an eye on your coolant levels over the next sort of few days or few hours, depending on what you're going to do with the car, and top up accordingly. This or it didn't drop that much, the coolant level in this car, which is quite nice and easy. But in some cars it will drop a lot, some cars it won't. So just play it by ear really. But yeah, that's it. It's quite a simple job. A lot of people get intimidated because they're worried about bleeding the system and getting air in the system and things like that. And don't be. Like I said, if I can do it, I'm sure you guys can do it. It makes life lots easier when you can actually look after your car yourself, do this thing. I was quoted £300 to do this. There's no way I'm paying £300 when I've actually paid, I think, 40 quid in total for all of the stuff to get it done. So yeah, just make sure you stick your radiator, your coolant cap back on, and you're good to go again. But like I said, just make sure that the car is running okay, and make sure that the coolant doesn't drop. Oh, I forgot to mention as well, while you're doing the bleed, make sure you have your heating on full, because that will again circulate the coolant quicker. So yeah, thanks for watching. Don't forget to like, comment and subscribe, and I'll see you in the next video. Cheers.